Hello everyone, welcome to my IELTS lesson. I'm RP and you are watching the IELTS listening test channel. And today's lesson is very important, extremely important for those students who want to improve their writing. And because I'm gonna explain, I'm gonna tell you the secret of writing more than 7 band task 1. So if you have problem writing task 1, I'm going to help you out today. This lesson of mine would certainly be very helpful and beneficial for you people. So let's get started. So as you can see, this is a write a report for a university lecturer describing the information below, and you should write at least 150 word, so no less than 150 please, and spend 20 minutes, mean not more than 20 minutes. So this is your time limit. And as I always advise my student to understand your graph, understand your maybe pie chart, line graph, bar graph, it may be maps, process and diagram before you start writing. So let me help you out how you can understand your graph. You can see over here like it's a vertical and we say it y-axis. So this is number I have written over here, number of people in K, meaning 1000. And here the information you can say it means years from 1970 to 1990. This is called horizontal, or you can also say it x-axis. And here you can see three fast food over here, pizza, fish and chips and hamburgers. So I have written over here like for pizza it's triangle, you can see over here like in triangle, and a hamburger you can see a little bit lighter and in a diamond like a symbol of diamond over here, and fish and chips are a little bit darker, and this is in square, like here you can see like these are called square. So before I start writing, so I have understood like there are two trend over here, like, and we have to take care about biggest change or the highest changes or the most important or the most significant changes. So as you can see like over here, I think the pizza in the beginning in 1970 the highest amount of pizza was eaten. It was over 300,000 people tried it. You can see over here. But we can see like comparison over here. For fish and chips and hamburger, it was fewer than 100,000 people. You can see over here, and this is less than fewer than 50k people tried this one. So this is a very important information. So I have understood it, and you can see like in the beginning pizza was eaten by over 300k people, but by the end of the period in 1990 you can see like it's a trend is decreasing trend. And for both fish and chips and hamburger, the trend you can see is upward trend or increasing trend. Here you can see like because it started in the beginning at the lowest level, and then they go up to the highest one. You can see over here a peak of around 500,000 people, and here again. So yes, so let me start please, because I have understood it, and now it is easy for me to write task 1, to write this line graph. So yes, here you can see the line graph. I have written it for you, and it would be really helpful for you. So first of all, you can see write a report for a US university lecturers describing the information below. So information is about fast food over here, as you can see like pizza, fish and chips and hamburger. So in the beginning I have to write introduction, and I have to be very careful. In introduction I have to just rephrase the statement, to rephrase the statement. So I have to use I will use different words, but meaning will remain the same, the similar. I'm not gonna change the meaning at all. So here you can see like I have written in my introduction the line graph here is, you can see line graph, so there is no change over here. But here compares the data. I mean, this is comparison between the data. So compare the data of three fast food here. You can see hamburger, fish and chips, and pizza. So the line graph compare the data of three fast food eaten in the USA from 1970 to 1990. So this is my introduction. This is very effective introduction, and don't try to change the main information, and that is, this is line graph. So don't try to change it line graph or something. I mean, you can't change line graph, you can't replace it into anything else. So don't try to don't try to change the information given over here. I mean, we have to stick to the information given in the task 1, right? So, and now I will write overview. For that, I think it is clear for you, like and don't panic if your image is a little bit complicated or it unfamiliar with you. Please practice. I think like this, as I've told you, you can see like one change in this is hamburger. So from here to from here, this is one change, and then fine. So here and that here, and then a main change over in if you talk about like fish and chips. So from here to here one, and the second one, you can see it's a dramatic increase, or it rotated, right? And here you can see change from here to here, and it mean decrease significantly from 300,000 people to around 200,000 people. And one more change, this is over here. I mean, it remained more or less the same, or hovering around, you can say, hovering around 200,000 people. I mean, tried it over here. So I hope you got it. So see how I have written overview. So while writing overview, you can see, I have used the word overall. It's very nice word. You can start. And the highest amount of pizza was eaten in the beginning, as you can see over here. In the beginning, so you can see in the highest amount of pizza was eaten in the beginning as compared to hamburger and fish and chips. Whereas the letter it means I am talking about this one. It means hamburger and fish and chips showed the upward trend, overtaking the pizza. You can see over here. Overtaking. This mean we can say like exceeding the data, or overtaking. You can say, or you can also use the word outnumbered or cross. So you must have good vocabulary, sound vocabulary, so that you can write effectively. You can use your different kind of vocabulary, different kind of words, synonymous word effectively, and to make your writing task 1 or writing effective writing. So just see over here. So I think you got it. In first paragraph, I'm gonna write about the changes in pizzas, and the second paragraph I will write about in detail about hamburger and fish and chips, the changes in hamburger and fish and chips. So I have made, I think it simplified. It's very simple. So let's get started. This is my paragraph 1. In 1970, the most popular fast food was pizza because over 300k Americans tried it, compared to the fish and chips and the hamburger, which was eaten by fewer than 100k and 50k respectively. 50k people respectively, as you can see over here in this, right? Yes, 1970. This is 1970. This is the most popular. I use the word different over here. In the beginning, I wrote highest amount of pizza was eaten. So the most popular fast food was pizza because over 300k. You can see over here 300k. So American tried it compared to fish and chips. I have made comparison over here, which is very nice. and I have written the three things you should mention. I think one, this one, and then about this one mean the sort of changes, and then talk about years in 1970 to 1990. You can say 2 decades as well. It's a time of 2 decades. Okay, period of 2 decades. Fine. So and the that was my first in first paragraph, first sentence, and now the amount decreased significantly from 300k to 200k by 1980. Over here you can see by 1980. So here from 300k to 200k, right? By 1980. Here you can see by 1980. Remaining more or less the same between 1980 and 1990. Yes, you can see over here more or less the same. So it's very nice. Remaining more or less the same mean there is no big change over here. So I have written over here. So this is very nice way to write your first BP1 mean paragraph, beginning of paragraph 1, or how to write task paragraph 1 in detail. So it's very nice. And now let me start. In contrast, you can see over here a big contrast, huge contrast, so I have started like meanwhile. So it's a very nice word if we have to write something in contrast or contrary, on the contrary or meanwhile. It's nice word. The trend for hamburgers and fish and chips was substantially different, you can say. So you can see substantially lot of difference over here. So I have written like this. The smallest number of American people consumed hamburger in 1970, as you can see. In 1970, you can see smallest number of. Yes, smallest number of. So very nice to start it. Here you can see the smallest number of American people consumed hamburger in 1970. However, it showed a double increase of over 100k till 1985. Here you can see, yes, this one is 100k less than 100, and it becomes like just what it was about. Sorry, yes, I was talking about this one. So consumed smallest number of American people consumed hamburger in 1970. However, it showed a double increase of over 100k till 1985. Yes, you can see over here. Yes, it's 1985 here. Here you can see. So over 100k. Yes. So I have written this one from change from here 1970 to 1985. So it's very nice. Followed by a sharp upsurge by the end of 1980s. So here you can see sharp upsurge. So upsurge, it means increase. I have used the synonyms word. Followed by a sharp upsurge in the like what I have written over here. Upsurge by the end of 1980s. So by the end of 1980s, you can say 1980s or end. It means 1987, 88, or 1990. So it's a very nice word. I have rephrased it. I have used different word for the synonyms for the same meaning. And now about like likewise, it mean the same thing I'm talking about. Likewise, the consumption of chips and fish. Here you can see consumption of fish and chips. So was insignificant, as fewer than 100k people ate here you can see ate it in 1970. So here you can see less than 100, fewer than 100. Sorry, yes, not less. You can't use less. Fewer, it because it's number. So for number we use fewer. Sorry, fewer number of people. Fewer than 100k. 100,000 people ate it in 1970. Afterward, I have used the word afterward. It depicted a gradual hike of 150k in the upcoming decade. So here you can say, yes, it's around 150k. From here to here, it's upsurge. You can see over here. So I have written depicted. Depicted means showed a gradual. Gradual means slow. Hike, it means again increase of 150k in the upcoming decade. Upcoming mean the coming decade. Decade means 10 years of time. And surprisingly, in the late 1980s, I mean, you can see over here late 1980, I mean from here to here. So late 1980, the proportion of fish and chips peaked around 500k. Here you can see, yes, peaked around 500k, exceeding the pizza. Exceeding, you can say over here. Here you can say, I mean, exceeding the pizza. I mean, this is for pizza. So exceeding the pizza. It's very nice. So I hope this lesson of mine would be extremely helpful for you, and it is, I think you got now, like it's so simple, it's not difficult,